Welcome back to the Plays with Cars YouTube channel and another episode of Miniatures Monday. This week we're looking at miniatures of our actual 1/1 cars. And you're probably going, wait a minute, I think that's an RX-7 and a Javelin, and I don't even know what that is, but it says NSYNC on it. Let me explain. So, way back when I first started autocrossing, my very first autocross car was an FB RX-7, very similar to this color. This is a Tamica casting that has opening doors, and I found this at the swap meet at PIR during the time that I owned my actual car, and it was like, oh man, this is really cool, I have to have this. And even though I sold the car many moons ago, I held on to the diecast. So I have a little shelf up on the display, if you've watched any of our display videos, that has cars that I have owned previously or my family has owned, and this one is up there, one of them. This one is way cool. This is a 1973 AMC Javelin Trans Am Championship Edition. So my Javelin, the one that is our logo up there on the top of the screen, is this car. Mine was a slightly different color. Mine was more of a tomatoey red-orange, but this is the trim package that it had with that cool little emblem on there that said Championship Edition, because they want SCCA Trans Am 71 and 72 Manufacturers Championship. And this one is made by Greenlight, and Greenlight makes all the different hump fender Javelin castings. They do the 71, 72, the 73 and 4s. They do regular Javelins. They do Javelin AMXs, which is really cool. And they had put out a casting call basically asking for cars to cast, like, you know, which one should we do? And I sent in an email about Championship Edition Javelins and a picture of my car. And they chose to do one. They went with the color that was the one used on the advertisement by AMC, and it came in a really cool package. I think I've showed it off on this channel before, talk about AMCs. But I got an extra couple of them, and this one sits up there on the shelf too. This is a really terrible paint job, NSYNC something or other, but it's a Cobra. And look, it even says Cobra on the back. It's got the right hood with the, or actually no, it doesn't have the right hood. It's got like a Celine hood on it. But it does have the right front bumper with the Cobra holes on it and stuff. And it was like, oh man, like this is the closest thing to the real Cobra casting I can find. We're gonna rebuild this one. We're gonna take it apart and we're gonna paint it like our real one, put the blue stripes on it and the whole 9 yards. You're like, okay, well that's all well and good, but why did this one get picked for Monday, for today? That's why. So at the swap meet this year, we picked up a Bronco. Like our Bronco. This thing had some crazy looking 90s tampos on the side and a plastic motorbike on the back, and we clipped off the motorbike, got rid of all the tampos with the lacquer thinner, and then masked and painted with automotive spray paint to match the paint, and tinted the windows and chromed the wheels and did everything else to make this look like our actual Project Bronco. So there we have Mini Project Bronco. I just finished it, and that's kind of why I decided to do this. Was, hey, I've actually finally finished one to not just have the casting, but actually have the paint color and everything match one of our project cars. So remember we had gotten that Boxster back in Colorado during that trip. We're going to paint that one silver and put the stripes on it whenever we do the stripes to the real one. We're going to do the Cobra up here. So we're going to end up eventually having Miniatures Mondays versions of all the actual project cars here on the channel. So if anybody knows of a 06 Audi A4 casting, can you let me know so we can pick one up? Now the Mazda 5, I know nobody makes a miniature one like this. There's like a 1/43rd scale model that you can import from Japan. That's like $200. But we'll see. Maybe I will get crazy and do something like that. But at least we've got Bronco, we've got Cobra, we've got a Boxster, and so the Bronco's done. Next is the Cobra, and then we'll do the Boxster. So yeah, just kind of wanted to share that we had, especially since Project Bronco's been so popular lately, is showing off that, hey, we made a miniature version out of a really old Hot Wheel. Using all the restoration tips and tricks that you can see on our other Miniatures Mondays episodes. The Molotow chrome pins, the Sharpie markers, masking and painting like from the models, taking the tampos off with the lacquer thinner. I mean, we used all of our different tips and tricks all in one and made a cool little replica. So yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys on our quick little Miniatures Monday this week. We'll got more stuff coming for you all week long. So until next time, that's been Plays with Cars.